What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and I'm going to be making something that I almost feel isn't like worth making a video on, but I think it's something that people miss out on. We're going to be using some of the bacon that I cured last week. It's in the video right before this one, and we're just going to pull this in and take a look at what the ingredients are now. For my ingredients, we're going to be having some pinto beans. I've had those in water for about 5 hours. You really don't need to soak these the way we're going to do them, so they have been there for 5 hours. We have some onion, some roasted garlic, 4 habanero peppers, and we have some poblano peppers. These are 2 poblano peppers that are cut up. And then this here is that delicious bacon that I had made in the video previous to this. So check out my cured bacon video if you haven't seen that. But these are going to be our ingredients. Now when it comes to making these pinto beans, I think people get impatient. When you're cooking these things, you really need to cook the starch out of these things and don't drain any of the water off. So you're not going to want to start off with a whole bunch of water. You're almost going to want to do it sort of like a risotto. Add water as you need to once you're into it about 3 or 4 hours. But my first step is going to be, and we'll do this right here, we're going to add all these ingredients right to the water. Now, the bacon that's sitting here, we're going to add this later. We're not going to get to this yet. We're going to add this once the beans are cooked down. So my next step right now is going to be to get this on the stove, and we're going to bring this up to a boil, take it down to a simmer, and let that go for about 4 hours or so. But we'll keep checking on it. But I'm going to say we're going to be about 4 hours. So we're going to pick it up once I have this kind of cooked down a little bit. So we'll see you then. So we are about an hour into this. And if you look, it's starting to kind of boil down. I do not want, like I said, I do not want to drain this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of water. So I'm going to keep doing that until the beans, look at all that steam, until the beans are cooked down. So I still haven't added my bacon yet, but we'll get to that. So anyway, just hang in there, and this is the last time I'm going to show you that. But I'm going to keep adding water as I need to until they're cooked. What I'm looking for is something like kind of a starchy, creamy, almost like, you know, like I said earlier, a risotto type of consistency to it. Anyway, we'll pick it back up in a little bit. Right, guys, so we have been patient with these beans. We have cooked these down almost till they're to the consistency I want, but there's still some beans in there that I want to get crushed up a little bit more. So I'm just going to take a potato masher. I'm going to mash them down. And actually, I think that is about where I want them, because I do like a little chunk in here. Now, I don't know if you've seen my homemade bacon video, but I got some of that fried up here. And we're going to throw all that in there with the fat and everything. And these aren't what I would call authentic refried beans. They're what I'm going to call good refried beans. So you're going to have all the chunkiness from the bacon in there. It's getting smoothed out because of that bacon fat. And that is pretty much it. I'm going to let it cook down a little bit more. And by the time we come back, this is gonna be done. We're probably gonna do a Mexican dinner tonight with some stuffed chili rellenos, and that's it. So I'm gonna get this going about on low for just a little bit longer, just to cook it down even more. And we'll see you back in a bit. Pretty much the consistency that I was looking for right here. Still has some chunks of the beans in it, not a lot. I really haven't spiced this yet, and the one thing that you don't want to do is add salt to these beans when they're first cooking, because they seize up or something. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of This is just a chicken seasoning, chicken broth type of deal. So I'm just gonna hit it with just a little bit of that. Stir that in and we are good to go. This is a done deal. This is it. This is the last part. I just gotta get a little bit of a taste of this, but I'm telling you, you've got to try this. The bacon. Now, I use thick cut bacon, so the chunks are even bigger in here. This is amazing. Adding that bacon, the whole, diced up bacon is what really makes this. Anyway, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. If you haven't seen it, check out that homemade cured bacon. And go ahead, comment, subscribe, leave me your feedback. If you have a different way that you do it, I want to hear that because I'm always up for new things. See you later.